Have you ever wondered how a single blast from the past could shatter your perfect life? Today, I'm sharing the wild story of Emily, Alex, and Jake, a tale of rekindled flames, heartbreaking betrayal, and an epic comeback that no one saw coming. Buckle up, because this one's got more twists than a roller coaster. If you're into juicy relationship dramas, hit that like button now and let's dive in. Let me set the scene properly. Our story kicks off in a quiet suburban town called Willow Creek, where life moves at a comfortable pace. Think tree-lined streets, neighborhood barbecues, and that sense of familiarity that can sometimes feel like a warm hug or a stifling blanket. Emily and Alex had been together for 3 solid years, the kind of couple that posts matching outfits on Instagram and gets comments like relationship goals. They met at a mutual friend's party, Alex spilling his drink on her shoes, leading to awkward laughs and an instant connection. Fast forward, and they're sharing a charming 2-bedroom apartment with exposed brick walls, filled with plants Emily obsessively watered and books Alex devoured on weekends. Alex was the rock, reliable, thoughtful, working as a mid-level marketing executive at a local firm. He'd wake up early to brew her favorite vanilla latte, scribble little notes like "you're my favorite" notification on post-its, and plan spontaneous adventures, like that time he surprised her with hot air balloon tickets for her birthday. Emily, on the other hand, was the spark, a freelance graphic designer whose creativity spilled into everything from her vibrant wardrobe to the quirky murals she painted on their walls. Her laugh? Infectious, like summer rain. But as the months ticked by, the spark dimmed. Date nights morphed into routine couch sessions, binge-watching the latest true crime series, and those little notes? They started gathering dust on the fridge. One crisp autumn day, with leaves crunching underfoot and a chill in the air hinting at winter, Emily's phone buzzes with a Facebook notification that would change everything. It's from Jake, her high school sweetheart, the boy who stole her first kiss behind the gym during sophomore year. Back then, they were inseparable, late-night drives blasting 90s rock, sharing secrets under starry skies, and dreaming of a future together. But reality hit hard. Jake got a scholarship to a university across the country, while Emily chose to stay close to home for art school. They parted with promises of forever, but life, as it does, moved on. Now, years later, his message reads, "Hey stranger. In town for a work conference next week. Coffee for old time's sake? Miss that smile of yours." Emily stares at the screen, her heart doing a little flip she hasn't felt in ages. She mentions it casually to Alex over dinner. "Remember that guy from high school I told you about? He's in town briefly. Thinking of grabbing a quick coffee, just to catch up." Alex nods, trusting as ever. "Sounds fun, babe. Say hi for me." But inside Emily, those dormant butterflies are awakening, fluttering against the walls of her routine life. Fast forward to the coffee shop, a cozy spot called Brew Haven, with mismatched mugs and the aroma of fresh espresso wafting through the air. Jake walks in looking like he stepped out of a magazine, taller than she remembered, with tousled hair, a confident stride, and that same mischievous grin that used to make her knees weak. They hug a bit too long, and dive into conversation. Hours fly by as they reminisce, the disastrous prom where Jake's tux ripped during a dance-off, the inside jokes about their old math teacher, and the bittersweet what-ifs. "I've thought about you a lot over the years," Jake admits, his gaze intense. "Wondered what might have been." Emily feels a rush, alive in a way that's been missing. What starts as one coffee spirals into dinners at trendy spots, late-night texts filled with emojis and flirty banter. Alex notices her phone glowing more often, her smiles lingering after checking messages. "Work stuff?" he asks. "Yeah, just a client," she lies, the guilt twisting like a knot in her stomach. Twist number 1, Emily begins pulling away from Alex subtly at first, like a thread unraveling from a sweater. Cancelled plans due to headaches, distracted during their weekly movie nights where she'd scroll instead of cuddle. Alex, ever perceptive, feels the shift. One evening, after a particularly quiet dinner, he confronts her gently on their balcony, the city lights twinkling below. "Babe, what's going on? You seem a million miles away lately." Emily hesitates, tears welling up. She denies it initially, but the guilt eats at her. Meanwhile, Jake drops a bombshell during a moonlit walk in the park. "I'm single now, Em. Just got out of a toxic relationship." "But you? You were always the one that got away." Their eyes meet, and before she knows it, they're sharing a passionate kiss under the stars, echoes of their teenage romance igniting like fireworks. But here's where the plot thickens into a full-blown mess. Alex, growing suspicious, glances at Emily's phone one night while she's in the shower, something he'd never done before, but desperation pushes boundaries. There it is, an old high school photo of her and Jake, recently edited with a heart emoji. Scrolling up, he sees the flirty texts, the plans. His world crumbles. That night, over a tense confrontation in their living room, with Milo the dog pacing anxiously, Alex asks point-blank, "Is there someone else?" Emily breaks down, sobbing on the couch. It's Jake. He's back in town, and I don't know, Alex. These feelings from the past, they're overwhelming. I think I need to explore this to know for sure. Alex is utterly shattered, his voice cracking as he pleads, after everything we've built? The home, the dreams, the life we planned? But Emily's resolve hardens, she's caught in the whirlwind of nostalgia. She packs an overnight bag and crashes at her best friend's place, leaving Alex alone in the apartment that suddenly feels too big, too empty. Milo whines at the door, pawing at it as if begging her to come back, mirroring Alex's silent agony as he stares at their shared photos on the wall. Weeks blur into a haze for everyone. Emily and Jake dive headfirst into their rekindled romance, romantic sunset walks along the river, impromptu weekend getaways to nearby cabins, whispering sweet nothings like they never parted. It feels like destiny, like the universe correcting a wrong turn. Emily even starts daydreaming about a future with him again, ignoring the nagging doubts. But twist number 2 creeps in slowly, like shadows lengthening at dusk. Jake starts acting shady. Mysterious late nights at work meetings, dodging questions about his phone that buzzes incessantly. Emily brushes it off initially, chalking it up to her own paranoia, blinded by the rose-tinted glasses of first love revisited. Then, one stormy evening, with rain pelting the windows, curiosity gets the better of her. While Jake's asleep, she sneaks a peek at his messages, not her proudest moment, but desperation has a way of justifying the unjustifiable. Boom, her world implodes. Texts from a woman named Laura, "Miss you, babe. When are you coming home to me and little Tommy?" Photos of a cozy family home, a wedding ring emoji. Turns out, Jake isn't single at all. He's married, with a wife and a young son back in his hometown. The work conference was nothing but a convenient excuse for a no-strings fling. Emily confronts him the next morning in their hotel room, voice trembling with rage. "How could you lie to me like this? I left everything for you." Jake, cornered, smirks dismissively. "Come on, Em. We were just reliving old times, having some fun. You knew it wasn't serious old flames and all that." Devastated, Emily storms out, realizing she's torched a stable, loving relationship for a mirage from her past. In a flood of regret, Emily tries to reach out to Alex, desperate texts, voicemails filled with apologies. "I made the biggest mistake of my life," she writes. "Please, can we talk?" But Alex, nursing his wounds, has hardened. "You chose him over us." Live with that choice, he replies coldly before blocking her number. He packs up the apartment methodically, donating shared items that sting too much to keep, and vows to rebuild. No more wallowing in self-pity, he signs up for a gym membership, starts hiking rugged trails every weekend to clear his mind, and joins a local book club where discussions about resilience hit home. If love can break me this badly, he reflects during a solitary sunrise hike, it can also rebuild me stronger. Enter Sophia, the unexpected light in his darkness. Twist number 3 unfolds during Alex's solo road trip, a self-proclaimed quest to find love or at least find himself, driving winding roads through misty mountains to escape the memories. He pulls over at a quaint roadside cafe called Summit Brews, nestled in a small town with panoramic views. Sophia's behind the counter, a witty barista with curly auburn hair, kind eyes that sparkle like emeralds in the sunlight, and a smile that warms like fresh coffee. They chat while she brews his order, bonding over shared tales of heartbreak. "I got dumped for an ex too," she laughs lightly, sharing her own story of betrayal. "Taught me to spot the real ones." Sparks ignite instantly, not the fleeting fireworks of youth, but a steady, mature flame built on genuine connection. Their bond deepens rapidly, like roots taking hold in fertile soil. Dates evolve into meaningful adventures, stargazing picnics where they share dreams under constellations, cooking classes where they laugh over botched recipes, and deep, vulnerable talks about fears and futures during long drives. Sophia's everything Emily wasn't unwaveringly supportive, brutally honest, with no games or hidden agendas. For the first time, Alex feels truly seen, valued for his quirks and all. But here's the final, gut-wrenching turn. Just as things are heating up, with Alex contemplating a big move, Emily shows up unannounced at his new doorstep. She'd tracked him down through mutual friends, driven by remorse. Standing there in the rain, mascara-streaked tears streaming, she begs, "Alex, please. Give us another chance. I've learned my lesson, I was a fool." Alex pauses in the doorway, heart pounding like a drum. This could be the Hollywood redemption arc, the second chance storybook's promise. Memories flash, their first kiss, lazy Sundays, the life they almost had. But he shakes his head, voice steady despite the emotion. "No, Em. You showed me what I don't want. You taught me I deserve better, someone who chooses me first." He closes the door gently but firmly, turning back to Sophia, who waits inside with open arms. It's his choice, himself, and a future untainted by past ghosts. Months later, under a golden sunset on that same mountain overlook where they first connected deeply, Alex proposes to Sophia. She says yes with joyful tears, and they marry in a simple yet beautiful ceremony, an intimate gathering of close friends and family in a wildflower meadow. Milo, their loyal rescue dog, trots down the aisle with a bow tie, carrying the rings. Laughter fills the air, toasts to new beginnings, and dances under string lights. Emily? She catches glimpses on social media, scrolling through photos with a mix of regret and reluctant acceptance. It's too late for her, she's left to rebuild her own life, perhaps wiser for the pain. And that's the full story, folks, a roller coaster of love, loss, and ultimate triumph. Proof that heartbreak isn't the end, it's often the catalyst for something extraordinary. What do you think? Would you take back an ex after betrayal, or forge ahead like Alex? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, smash that subscribe button for more epic, twist-filled tales, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the drama. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.